Oh my god.
Happy December.
That's my snowman, my Santa calling. It's my I'm getting in the groove for Santa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your Santa sounds like that.
Yeah. Santa's fucking crazy. Anyway, welcome back everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're gonna dive in to our 10 and 10 today.
Yeah.
Well, at first I said we should do like our favorite candle smells. But Erica was like, actually, I feel like I can really easily name off like ones that I don't like. And I was like, wait, that's so relatable.
I feel like scents are just like if you either like it or you don't. And one of those is patchouli.
Oh.
When I worked at Pier 1, that was like everything was patchouli. I'd never even heard of patchouli. And now I'm like, I hate patchouli. And so whenever there's patchouli, I hate it. Also,
love how many times.
I
was just gonna say that.
Patchouli.
I agree. It is very like it's a smelly smell. Along those lines, mine is Palo Santo. I just don't.
Oh, I have so much in my room right now.
I just don't know if like I like it in the candle form. Even like incense, sometimes it's just like too overpowering. Yeah. Like I would do the smell, but sometimes as a candle, when I light it, I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I mean,
smelly.
When you don't like something, that's good to know because I have like 6 sticks and room spray in that scent.
Oh,
so
really?
I'll just keep it in my room. My next one. I love like rose water, like a splash, but like a rose or like a very floral candle is just a headache. That just like makes me have a headache instantly.
Yeah, rose is tough. That was on mine. I like flowers, but the rose scent I enjoy on roses. I don't need everything to be smelling like roses.
Yeah.
It's very smelly.
It's just too, when you're burning a candle, it's like your whole house, everything smells like that. Yeah. So you need to like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was mine too. I had rose on
okay. My third one was anything like fruity.
Also on mine. What's your like, if you could pick one that you're just a fruit that you're like, I'm not smelling this.
Honestly, I was thinking of like the cheap like strawberry candle or something where it's like strawberries and cream. And it's like the candles that you would get when you were like, I don't even think I ever got these, but I feel like kids when they were like 12 or whatever, like those were the candles. Because it kind of falls in line with perfume. Like when people would get like fruit perfume. It's just not it.
Not the vibe. Mine is a citrus candle, like orange, specifically orange. I cannot with that smell. Ugh, it feels like chewing on the rind of an orange is what it smells like. That is like the best description of it, and I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
That's accurate.
Yeah, so that was on mine too.
Well, you can go again.
Let me see.
So I don't take any more.
Ginger. There's
a ginger candle.
I saw one on Bath and Body Works when I was on there. It was like Santal, like Santal and ginger, which I don't know what that was, but I can already tell I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that sounds
ginger.
Really strong.
I just don't like it that much. Not a fan.
Do you like it in food?
I only really like it if I'm like sick and it's in my soup, or the ginger that comes on it like with sushi.
Yeah, the pickled ginger.
Yeah.
My next one is along the same lines of, it just takes me back to like middle school locker room perfumes, and it's like cupcake candle or like a cake, like a sweet treat candle. I'm just like, oh, it's too much. It's too sweet, even though you're not like eating it. It's just,
and it just doesn't smell good. It smells like plasticky.
Yeah, I honestly don't think. I think only certain types of candles are like safe for you. I think some of them, because
that feels like not great.
Like chemicals you're just ingesting.
God, the crazy shit we would like put on our, like the makeup that I would put on myself. Ugh, gross. My last one is like a musk. When a candle says musk, like something musk, I get nervous
Yeah.
about it because I'm like, I don't know. It's just it's way too overpowering.
That was my last one too. Is like when it's like so like manly or whatever. Like I love a like wood or like a
Like
I
I
don't
do
know,
like when
like
it's when it says like tobacco or tobacco musk, I'm like, oh, okay, this is all right. But like the other ones where it's
it's like a man with too much cologne on. It's just
yes,
not good.
too much, too much.
Not the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are candles. Don't buy us that for Christmas. That's what we don't like.
Anything else is probably good.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually really, really excited for our episode today because we're switching it up, trying something different. But I wanted to like embrace like Thanksgiving a little longer and it being the holidays and just kind of I feel like we've done so much this year and I want to like recognize that. And we had kind of talked about like ways that we can kind of spice it up on the pod that isn't necessarily all around sex. And I feel like us being like creative people, it's like, let's paint and talk about how much we love each other. So that's literally what we're gonna do. I found a few like questions and an like blog on just kind of like painting and being creative with a group of friends. So I highly like recommend you guys like follow along or do something similar. But the first like part of the activity is kind of like a mantra that like specifically around like our friendship and like what you see it as. So for example, like one of them wrote like a few different like words on there. But for me, I was thinking more of like what I love most about our friendship and kind of like start there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you want a Sharpie?
I do.
Okay. I found another Sharpie in my purse, so now we have two.
Oh. Sharpies are like, it's nice to have. I don't know if I'd ever like go out and buy one, but when they're there, I'm like, wait, I love this.
Yeah, no, they're great. So are we just going to say what words we're writing? Or
I think so. Or like once we wrote them down, then we can like show them and like say them, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you have a word that comes to mind that you want to share?
I mean, I have words. So I like that idea. We'll write them down. We can cut this part out. And
love it.
Just
I
say
feel like
what we wrote
be a
down.
lot of that, but that's good. Okay. Cool.
Oh, are we supposed to write it like?
No. I just like no. This is how my brain like
okay.
Organizes it.
Let me do like two more.
Okay. I have like words and like in my brain that I'm like want to explain. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I feel like
that's okay. I will cry. Also, it's so like listening to the last episode. In the moment, I'm like. Even editing it, I think it's when you don't watch the episode, because when I listened back, I was like, Erica, it's so cringy.
Wait, why? Oh, because of like, just being like it is true. I really do think you get like a different vibe when you watch versus when you hear or when you're like just listening.
I used to practice like my handwriting so much. And now I feel like I can't do like the different styles that I used to do as easily. Like I used to be able to write all these different ways.
I know.
Now I tried to write a word in cursive and I forgot how to write in cursive.
That is so funny that you say that because on our to-go bags at the restaurant, we write like, thank you for your whatever, your support. And we were super bored one day, so I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it. And I decided to do them in cursive. I had to throw like 2 of them away because I didn't know how to spell cursive support. Like the S and then the P's into the R and then a T in there.
It's the connecting.
It's like, it
trying
is.
To connect
I'm like,
all the
oh
letters.
my God, I had to like sneakily go throw them away because I was like, this is embarrassing. I cannot put this in the pile that someone's going to open and be like, who the fuck wrote this? It looks like waves.
That's funny. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So you go first.
Okay, so how I interpreted this ask was like words that I feel about our friendship. And honestly, the first word that I put, which is like, I don't know. The first word I put is safe. Because I feel like this is my like safe space. Like, our relationship feels safe to me. I feel like I can be my most authentic self. I feel safe, like, just being around you, you know?
Yes. I love that.
And then I put fun, because I think we have a lot of fun together. And I also put silly. Like, even the other night when you were doing cheerleading with Bash, like, I feel like we just do goofy things together. Like, that was just us.
Yeah.
Just, like...
Like, what was I even doing? Literally. Hey, Erica, watch this. One, and then broke her back. Not literally, thank God, but, like, that was crazy. This dog is so done with my shit.
And then I also put... I guess in line with safe is, like, comfortable. Like, especially living with you. I've never lived with a roommate or a friend that I, like, feel like I can just be laying on the couch and you can be in the kitchen and I'm not feeling like I need, like, my own space, you know? Like, I
don't think I've lived with anyone this long before.
Yeah. Aside from my family.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I know. And we don't fight, which is great.
Yeah.
Except for this morning, almost.
You're close.
And then the last few, I put bold. I think we're, like, bold in sometimes, like, the things that we say to each other. I was going to put unapologetic, but I hesitated on that because I do think we're, like, considerate, and that's a word, that's also what I put. It's like, we're considerate of each other, but we're also, like, confident and bold and say, like, if we think someone needs to hear something, like, you know? And then creative, because we have a podcast and look at what we're doing right now. And loving.
Oh, I echo all of that. I love that. I'm basically going to say the same things. So I interpret it as, like, words, if I could, like, see you, I forget what I said before, literally, like, 5 minutes ago on how, like, what my explanation was. But when I was thinking about doing this, like, activity, I've been thinking a lot about just, like, our friendship, and these words are, like, what keep, like, coming up for me. And my first one is respect. And I just feel like I'm very, very close with my family, but I think growing up, I don't know if, like, respect was the word. Like, we loved each other, but I don't know if we respected each other. And I think it's just, like, part of growing up where you, like, push everybody, like, you push each other's buttons, yada, yada, do all this dumb shit. But I think living with you, and not only just, like, how we grew up and, like, getting into adulthood and, like, being your friend, like, it's brought, like, a whole new definition of, like, respecting someone that, like, you care for and that you love. And, like, respect when it comes to, like, small things such as, like, I don't know, picking up after yourself, which is, like, so I'm grateful that we both know how to do that. So that hasn't really been, like, an issue.
Yeah.
But respect, too, of, like, like, hey, like, can we talk about this, like, situation, you know? And, like, know that, like, if I have something to say, whatever, it's tough, but, like, we can get through it because there's that mutual, like, respect. So I feel like that kind of falls under, like, what you were saying with, like, being, like, safe and comfortable and that kind of, like, sense. The next one is growth. And I just, like, I'm just so proud of us for, like, everything that we've done. I'm also, like, look at where we came from.
I know.
Like, I know we talk about it and we joke so much, and, like, people know, like, oh, we were friends, and, like, you guys weren't there. Like,
you don't understand.
You don't understand the magnitude of, like, just just us and, like, being silly and, like, still there was, like, this deep, like, you know, love there, you know, and just watching that grow into, like, the relationship that we have now. And, like, knowing, I don't know, probably TikTok showed me this, but it was, like, if you've been friends for, like, a decade, there's a likelihood that you're going to be friends, like, forever. And I just, like, it is, like, so exciting to see, like, how this is going to grow more, you know? And then my last one that I have on here is caring. And this is where the waterworks are going to come in, because I was on my walk yesterday, or just, like, this week, thinking about this activity, and it's, like, I love you, but it's, like, a love, like, it's deeper. Like, it's, like, I say I love you, like, my family, and, like, I do, and I love all of these people, but when it comes to, like, us in this relationship, it's, like, maybe I won't cry because I'm really trying to like keep it in, but it's like a different type of feeling of like, I care for you so deeply that I just like want to make sure you're safe and like, you know, make sure that we hold space for each other and do all of these things. It's like, I don't know, very, very, very special. I can't look at you. So yes. So I wrote caring because obviously I love you, but it's just deeper than that.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it either, but caring is a good word.
Yes. It is. Anyway, yeah, my words. Cool. So I think we do like our background, and then once our background is done, we switch.
Okay. And the background is just like colors?
I think they just did like textures and things, but part of me wants to do like, it sounds silly, but like when you think of our friendship, like what comes to mind, like as a background, whether it's a color or texture, or like it's like the first layer. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Well, we are gonna start. I want to do like something like super creative, but I also realize that we don't have the whole time. Like, so I'm like, okay, Ellie, this is gonna be speed painting. But I also like thought it would be fun to like ask questions while we paint too. It's also hard to get to know someone that you already know. I know. But I also think I was reading some of these questions, like this first one is like, what's your favorite way to spend a day off? I feel like those kind of things change all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it would be like, I don't know, I want to know.
So is that your question?
That's my question. Wait, what was it? What's your favorite way to spend a day off? Yeah, that was like the first one that I saw.
My favorite way to spend a day off, if I know, like, that I can, the night before, plan to do, like, I'm just becoming my mother. I just know what I'm about to say is my mom, but here I am.
I love it. What? Wait, what?
Like, going on, like, a long run, or, like... or like a bike ride or like a hike, like knowing that I can like get up early and do an activity and then still have the day to do other things. I enjoy that. Honestly, I've kind of enjoyed cooking more recently, and I feel like if I can already have the groceries bought and like make a good meal, read, it feels... My current era is like homey things. I want to like watch a movie and like read a book.
You have been in such like a homey little vibe. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's the cold. I think it's like because I just got a home and I like want to be in it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite way to spend a day off?
Not a long run. But I do see your point of like, you just like, you don't have anywhere to be, so you get to just like enjoy actually like being out and like exercising, you know? Yeah. It can be fun. Just not what I want to do. Maybe an evening like jog.
Yeah, or even like a long walk. Like that's what I was saying, like a hike or something. Yeah. It's just nice to like get out of the house and not feel like rushed to get back for something.
Yeah. Like a dumb meeting or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. I would say, like, yeah, doing something, like, artsy, maybe, being out, reading, painting. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it wasn't my day off, but I really enjoyed when we went to, like, IKEA and Lowe's and stuff. Like, it's just nice to kind of, like, not have any responsibility and be just, like, exist without any worries.
It was also nice to do that and not be like, I need to find this thing or I have to buy this thing. And there was like, it was more that we were just like getting ideas. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that made it enjoyable because it was like, okay, this is like an option or this is good to know, but like, didn't have to get anything then. So that was more enjoyable.
I did really like that. Honestly, it's nice just to like be in your space and in your room and like the house on your day off because you're like, I just worked really hard to be able to live here, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. And I want to like get inspo.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh.
I know we did icks recently, but I don't think I know like what annoys you the most.
God, so many things. It's so bad. I hate that about myself. Honestly, like eating, like if I can hear people like munch or chew, I just like I can't handle it.
You know, that is insane because I literally think the same.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like
I have
noise
to,
really
like,
worms
leave the
its
room.
yeah. And I don't even mean it mean. So like my sisters will like joke about it and be like, "Oh, like here she is freaking getting upset." And I'm like, "I'm not upset. I love you, but in order for me to continue to love you, I need to walk away.
I need to not be here."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. People eat crazy. And the way that people eat sometimes too. Like I'm like, I can't even watch you right now.
God. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
Food stuff really just is.
Sometimes I annoy myself. Like I came to watch the episode with Sophia yesterday and I was eating a salad and I was like, the way that I'm chewing is so loud and like annoying right now and like I can't even hear the TV.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Same. Sometimes I'll like, it won't even process that I'm doing it, obviously, because it's like my body. So I'll be like eating or munching on something. And after a while, like, I'm like, wait, oh my God, this is horrible. Like, it's so loud.
Also, I'm forgetting to wipe my paintbrush off. So we got a lot of mixed colors happening over here.
I love a mixed color.
Wait, sorry. Are we passing these over to each other? Like switching?
Part of me is like, in the article it said that they did, but I'm like, I don't even know if we'll have enough time for that.
So we're doing like a background and then we'll do like something over it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's good.
Ooh, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? And this is like you can make it like Florida, you know what I mean? And not make it be, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it doesn't need to be, oh.
Hi, do you want to paint too?
That was a horrible explanation. I'm basically saying you can choose somewhere without it being like politically crazy or like horribly, you know, something crazy going on. Okay. Like more for like anybody that's listening. It's probably like, what is she saying?
We don't agree with what's going on there, but we do like the place. I like every year, or like when you would have asked me this question, like even a year ago, my answer would have been different. I would love to live in Europe. Like
Hold up. Girl, come on. That is like insane. Talk about listening to noises. Anyway, sorry.
I've never been to Spain, but I feel like I would like it there. But my hesitancy with like all these plans that I used to be much more gung-ho about is like being away from people that I love. Mm-hmm. It's like I want to visit those places, but I'm also like, I would be like, I feel like when you don't have, I've always had roots, obviously, with my family, but like pulling those up and starting over again is exhausting.
Really is.
And so the thought, just even if the location sounds really fun, the thought of that piece makes me like, I'm like, here or Tahoe.
Literally.
Because I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot.
It is. And it's like the family piece too. Like I think like I did live somewhere else and like I don't think I was able to appreciate it as much as I should have in the moment because I was too like, oh my God, I'm away from like, you know what I mean? It is really difficult. Like some people it's easier for them to do that. I just don't know if I'm that person.
Yeah. I get that.
But I think if I could like, live anywhere, I'd be like in the mountains somewhere where I can like be away and secluded, but not like too away and secluded. Yeah.
Especially the more that like, to get political for a second, but like the more that things progress, I'm like, and I know, silly, I just want to live off the grid. But like, I do just want to like go live in the mountains and like not really have good service and only be able to talk to people when I come into town to get whatever I need. And I don't know, it sounds kind of nice to me.
It sounds amazing, to be honest with you.
If you were to get a new pet, what would it be?
Mm-mm-mm. Me wanting to say turtle is like
Really?
crazy.
That's so funny.
Our neighbor, and I'm whispering because I don't know if they're out there.
Because you have the window open
Literally.
in the kitchen.
Has a tortoise. And I actually had a tortoise growing up when we lived in 29 Palms. And I forget his name. I should have asked my mom. And they're just like so cute. And this little guy outside is the cutest little thing. But you know, I've actually always wanted a bunny.
Interesting.
I've always wanted a bunny. But if we're being super realistic, I will probably always only have dogs.
Yeah. I think bunnies are cute. I think about the maintenance of them.
Yeah.
And the smell. Their little poop turds that you have to clean up. Little like poop pellets.
Poop turds. Poop turds. It's funny because I know exactly what you're talking about. They are like little turds.
Yeah. The little poop turds.
I think a pig would be really cool too.
Oh, a mini pig.
Yeah. And then it turns into like this fat
pot belly.
Oh man, that would be so fun.
I do love a lot of my feed is like mini pig videos. Because I think they're so cute. Am I answering it?
Yeah. Is that your pig? Is that your answer? I mean the pig?
No, I've never had a dog, my own dog in my life. So I think that's gonna be my first thing. Is a pup.
What kind of dog?
And I feel like it's kind of crazy because Mr. Forrest's sister got a German short-haired pointer or whatever, GSP. And I've always loved those dogs. Like
I feel like I knew that. I feel like you've said this a few times.
Yeah. Like I love their like brown face and then their like speckly body and they're like, I know they're hunting dogs, but I know that they're also like very loyal and they'd be good for like going on runs. Like I would love to like go running with my dog.
Yeah.
So probably that.
I love that. I could also see you with a Dalmatian.
Oh, yeah. I love Dalmatians. I just have heard bad things about them.
I know.
But
I too. But it's not the dog, it's the owner maybe. Actually, I don't know about them. They seem to be pretty like temperamental.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like you, Kirsten, like a lot of people have been like, are you sure?
Is that what you want to do?
Really?
You set on that?
I'm really just letting my hand do whatever it wants.
I love that.
I have no method to this madness.
I love it. What's your most cherished possession?
Whoa. If there was like a fire and I could only grab like one like sentimental thing, like outside of all the staples that my like go bag, I feel like I would grab I have like a shoebox that has like letters and stuff in it. And I feel like I would just grab that because like I don't look at them all the time, but whenever I like open that and like look through it, like I associate so many memories with those things. And it's just like so many people that I've loved or that I even like at one time in my life were like very important. And now maybe we don't really talk anymore, but it's just like good memories.
Yeah.
I feel like I really like that. It's like obviously pictures too, but there's something for me about like a handwritten thing that I just love.
It is your favorite.
What's yours?
I have this, I would say the same thing. Like that, like my like box of, you know, it's nice to know that it's there. That's what I was going to say when you were talking. That's what it made me think of is like, I don't, like you said, I don't look at it often either, but it's nice to know that like it's there under my bed, all of my like little knickknacks and things that I've collected through the years. And it's like sometimes kind of silly to look through, but it's also like your letters from like back in the day are in there.
Wait, I realize I'm just like painting on this thing.
That's fine. Me too. I put this on there. That's okay.
Okay. I know when we were writing letters to each other, that was so cute.
Yeah, like I kept all of those and it seems like silly, but I'm like, I think
Oh,
that and like my dogs, but they're not, I don't really see them as like a possession. They're like, you know, it's like when you can't say your kids, you know.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah. So I'd say that too. Or like, yeah, like photos or something.
Yeah, pictures, memories. Oh, what kind of person do you want to be when you're 70 years old?
I want to be a boss bitch. I want to be like, I don't know. In my definition, I see myself like rolling up a J, obviously,
Obviously.
and just like sitting outside of my house in my garden and like being just like relaxed and chill and like, I don't know, feeling so like, I don't know, I can like feel the feeling, you know, of just feeling like, like I've had a good life.
70, it's like kind of crazy because you think like 70 is old, which it is older, but then it's like a lot of people like live to like 100. Like you used to have like 30 more lives. 30 more years of your life. Ideally.
Yeah, I know. And like, I don't know, I've met some 70-year-olds and they're out there doing their thing, living their life.
Doing their thing. I too I just want to be so chill.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love sometimes about older people is that they literally don't give a fuck. And they just say what they think and do what they want. And like, obviously sometimes that means being rude. And I'm like, could you not? But other times I'm like, you're just like so carefree. Like you are not stressed about things. You like are funny. You're not worried about what people think about you. Like, you're awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be able to finally like relax because I know like that everything like doesn't matter. Like it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just all so silly. And I know that now, but I still get so affected by everything. And I feel like once you've lived that amount of life, you really just are like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not real.
Everything's fake.
In what ways do you want to be similar or different to your parents?
Ooh. Okay. I know I was just like joking it like I'm becoming my mom, but I do love how active she is and like that she can keep up with us. Like I know that if my mom came to visit and I was like, do you want to go on a run? Like she could do it. And I do want to be that way. Like if someone asked me to go on a hike or go on a run or like go on a bike ride, that I am not like scared because I'm not healthy enough to do it. And my dad is like so handy, and especially now that I own this place, I definitely want to practice like learning more things. And like I feel like just like reads about it or watches a video and like does it and figures it out. And I definitely want to do that more. He's also just like goofy. Like my dad's serious, but he also is just like so silly. And I appreciate that about him. He's definitely where I get my random singing from.
Same. Why are dads like that? It must be a thing. I feel like our dads are so similar when they're like so scary looking to everybody else, and you're like, they're literally just this like child.
Just little weirdos.
Little weirdo.
I know, it's funny. Was it similar and different or just similar?
It was similar and different, but I don't know if you wanted to do the different if you had like nice ones.
I feel like the different is more in like communication.
Yeah, I agree.
Think that things that I mean, no one's perfect, and like that saying is like your parents did the best they had with did the best they could with what they had, or whatever it is from what they knew. I don't even know. I like am not great at communicating either, but I hope that I can be even better than they are about it. Like people can actually know, and I'm not like holding things in all the time, which is like definitely hard for me.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm like, I build things up in my head, and when I need to talk to you, and I'm like, okay, Ellie, and then it's like not even a serious thing, and you're like, why did you tell it to me that way?
I wish you guys could have seen like the look on Erica's face when she told me that she was buying a house. I was like, why do you, this is, or no, when, I don't even think, it wasn't the buying the house. It was,
if you wanted to move
if I wanted to like continue to like move in with you and be your roommate. I was like, I literally thought you were going to be like, so yeah, I need you to like leave. I was like, oh my God, what? My whole world is about to come crashing down. And then you're like, so do you want to like live with me? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, what are you saying?
That's awesome. I love that. I agree with all of that.
Do you have any more you want to add?
I think your similarity, like I would say that's to your mom, would be something that I would hope to be a little different. Like I think we're not as active as I would want to be if I was like in her position, or if I was like, you know, having a family, or like, you know, just in my life. But I think as far as like similarities, I just like, people say that her and I are so similar, and I like see it sometimes, but not all the time. And I wish that I had her compassion. Like, I think that she just is like so compassionate towards people and like loving, and I like admire her so much to be able to do that. So I try to like channel that energy from her. And also just like, I see it so much in my mom and Sophia, but like their ability just to like be themselves and really like not give a fuck about any box and just be like, no, this is me. I'm going to wear what I want. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to eat what I want, and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And so to be able to have that and be compassionate, I feel like is like such a skill.
That is.
So I'm like, I would love to carry that forth. With my dad, cannot agree more with the handy. Like, he is constantly doing something with the house. Like, if I call him, it's like, mowing, taking care of the horses, mowing the lawn, doing this in the garage, moving this around. And I'm like, don't you ever just chill? And he's like, this is me chilling. Like, this is what I like to do. I like to futz around. I like to do these things. And I'm like, I need to do that more. I love that.
Yeah.
And then difference or things that I maybe don't want to hold on to is like the temper piece.
That's a good one.
I hope that goes away soon.
I
also like did not realize like painting takes a lot of time.
It
and
does.
Like as we're like
I'm trying
winding
to go fast.
I know. I am too. And also like ask questions, and I'm like, wait, this is hard.
We're multitasking really well. What is your most distinct feature?
Like physically?
Yeah.
I think different people would say different things.
Oh,
but
geez.
I would say my eyes. I think like if you really know me, you know like my eyes can be pretty. You just like have to like really like look at them.
Your eyes are pretty.
My eyes or my nose.
We were talking about noses last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, were we?
Oh, we did.
Was I there?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were talking about what animal on the wall we would be, and then I went into a whole spiel.
What? Wait, what?
Like the heads
of
the animals.
The deer heads.
Yeah.
Like animals on what wall? Yes. Okay, yes.
And then I was saying the moose. Because my nose is so big.
That is so funny.
But I feel like my most distinct is my smile. I think everyone's always like, oh my gosh, your smile.
Yes, I would say.
So I guess that's cool. Thanks for braces.
Or my ass.
That is a good one also.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, that's funny.
I'm trying to think of questions that I want to ask you, like, what, like, that I just want to know. What better way to do it now? Like, what is your, we must have talked about this before, but what's your, like, in your opinion, what's the most important, like, quality to have in a friendship? Like, what do you...
Well, I feel like it's kind of maybe not quality, but like the people that I'm closest to, like obviously you, but like other people in my life too, are people who do get vulnerable and like who open up about things.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I'll go out with people. I think people are great. I have fun. But like if I don't really know you on a deeper level or feel like I can relate to you outside of like going out,
Mm-hmm.
then I wouldn't really consider you like a close friend. But I don't know if that's like maybe the most important quality as much as it is like that's how
You know that it's like a friendship, maybe?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how I know you're like my homie. Cuz
I love it.
you open up, but I think quality is probably trust. Like I think about in high school, I never felt super close with any of the girls I hung out with, but I also don't think I wanted to because I didn't trust them. Like they always were talking shit. And I didn't feel like if I did open up or become vulnerable that I would be like safe
Mm-hmm.
with them or that like they would be respectful of like me being like I'm telling you this, that doesn't mean tell the whole world this, you know?
Yeah.
So
I like that. I can agree with that. I think trust is super important. I see what you're saying about like the vulnerability piece as well. Like just being able to like open up.
yeah.
And I think that like goes hand in hand with trust too, right? Like you know that you can trust someone and that there's full like trust in that relationship when you feel comfortable to open up to them and they do the same to you and like be vulnerable. So I love that. I think for me, like I just like really value like acceptance. It's something that's like important to me as a person. And so I think I really try to embrace that with like friends and just like validate their feelings and know that like no, you could literally say the most outrageous thing and I will accept you. And like I see like an example of that is, and I think I talked about this on our Miami episode, but like I had like acted a fool the night before. This is so relatable today too. Like you just act up and like you do dumb shit and then like you wake up and you're just like, oh my God, this was so awkward. I feel so like horrible. I have like really bad anxiety. Like what the fuck? And like your friends, like we were at coffee and I was doing dumb shit. And one of my friends turned to me and she goes, I literally tells me this crazy story about a boy that her and our other friend had when they were out in like Spain or something. And so she was like giving me this example of how like she kind of did something similar. And she was like, and what would your advice be to me? What would you say? I'd be like, that you were a boss bitch and I can't believe that you guys did that. And she's like, exactly. Like you're not alone in feeling that way, but also like own it and it's funny and it's fun. And yeah. And I just felt like it was exactly what I needed in that moment. And same with today. You're like, God, dude, like, I'm going to fight you. And I just really needed to hear that. It really made me feel accepted. No, but, you know, just like having that, just like, no matter what you could do, like, I will be there.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes you just need a little harsh truth, a little harsh love.
Yes.
Because it's like, that's real love. It's like not someone who's like coddling you or like, no, you're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Like, stop. It's okay.
Yep.
It's like, you're just going to keep going in circles with that.
Yeah. Or perpetuate the behavior or whatever.
Yeah. That's a good word. Good diction.
Thank you. Thank you.
What activities make you anxious?
Oh my God. Everything.
Living.
Honestly, like... big social gatherings
today.
I think because like there's just like a lot going on. But I'm trying to think of like a specific like activity. I have like anxiety a lot, so a lot of things give me like anxiety or like I feel anxious. But the good thing about that is like I also am like outgoing, so I can like recognize that I'm anxious and then do it and then most likely have fun with whatever the activity is.
Yeah.
Or have a horrible time and like, no, I'll never do it. Like I was going to say karaoke, but it's like, it's not even anxious. I just will never do it. I'm not anxious because I won't be up there.
Yeah.
And, like,
that's
never happening. But yeah, anywhere where there's like a lot of people.
Yeah.
It can be a lot of moving parts and like a lot, and it's just like draining sometimes. But also, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have any like specific?
I was thinking it's really unfortunate as a woman. Like a lot of the things that I'm like the most like can like hyperventilate and freak out about is like doing things alone that I really do love doing, like hiking or camping, or like it's really hard. And the older I get, it's sad because I feel like I'm like, you just hear more and more stories, and so you become more and more like anxious about things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would camp by myself in college and like go and do that, and I would be scared. But I was like,
Doing
in
it.
between it, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I love this. I'm so happy I'm in nature. And then it like flows into like, what was that noise? Is someone else here? Am I okay? And now I feel like it's like, I don't even want to do those things by myself because it's just like, I know that I'm going to be too anxious the whole time, which is shitty.
That is so fucking shitty, but also so relatable. Like, fuck being a girl sometimes.
Yeah, because like with the sun setting earlier, there are times when I'm like, it would be nice to like go for a run after work, but I'm like, oh, the sun already set. Like, I'm not gonna go.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's so true.
So, love being a woman.
Love that feeling. It's the best. Another just question that I want to ask.
Yeah.
What are your top priorities or tasks that are taking up space in your head?
Oh.
Top 3. Did I say that already?
No, you just said top.
Top
Top
3.
3 is good. I think that house stuff, specifically right now, like the flooring.
Yeah.
Like I want to figure out what type of flooring and make sure I get the best price and just like whatever. And then career, I would say, because like I have a job. I'm really not stoked on my job. And I've been like kind of applying in between also like trying to apply to grad school. And I just sometimes I like freak out because I'm like, why are you trying to apply for jobs when you say you want to go to grad school and you're not focusing on like the essays and the things you need to do? But I'm also like, I don't want to be doing what I'm doing right now. And so it's like this spiral.
Yep.
And then I don't really do anything. And then the last thing I think is also kind of future oriented is like just making sure that I can do the things I want to do and still like I knew that buying this condo I was going to need to change my like lifestyle a bit to be able to like afford to do things because I'm not renting anymore, and like if there's an emergency I need to have money put aside to be able to do that. And it's not like my emergency fund before was like allowed me to be unemployed for 6 months. So that's not the same. And if and when I go to grad school, can I work the same amount? If I can't work the same amount, what do I do? Well, how much do I need to have in savings? Should I wait another year to save up? Like, welcome to my brain. That's what's going on in there. In between, like, just trying to have fun and, like, fuck it. Who knows if you'll live to next year.
Is that not the most, like relatable thing, though? It's so... Oh, God. It's such a hard feeling.
Yeah. What about you? What's taking up your brain space?
Oh, my God. I would say house stuff, but I think house stuff is, like, number 3. But I just, like... I wouldn't even say, like, I'm stressed about it. It's just, like, I'm ready to, like, have things put together.
Things, yeah.
And I know that it just takes time, but it's something that I'm constantly thinking about or, like, looking for of, like, oh, like, let me see if I can, like, is this, you know, a good couch or is this a good dresser or whatever? Money, always. I just had a little bit of an expensive treat yourself moment a few days ago and got a tattoo.
She's yadded, y'all.
So I was like, as I was getting tattooed, I'm like, oh my God, it's Christmas. What am I doing? Like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, but also I deserve it. So fuck it.
You've been wanting this for so long.
So long. But I think money is just like always there, and I think that's so relatable to everybody right now because the holidays.
Yeah. I did my like Christmas list of like what gifts I'm getting for people, and then I was like, I need to add a column for how much they are, and then I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But I also, it's like, I do want to do these things for people, so like I might not be able to do as extravagant of gifts as I had done before, but I want to be able to set aside money to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to figure out how to make that work.
Sometimes it's just like the holidays are so stressful.
Yeah. It's also like I know you can do like I've done homemade gifts or like things where it's like, hey, I just want to have like quality time with you and like let them know how I feel and whatever.
Yeah.
But that still takes time.
It does. It really does.
So well, speaking of money, if someone gave you a credit card with no limit, what is the first thing you'd buy?
Oh my God. Part of me is like, I would just love to get rid of my student loans. Like, just to like have that weight off my shoulder. If I got a sum, like a chunk of money, it would just go straight to that. But I don't want to do it that way for this game.
I'm not going to be using my... Also, credit card, I don't like that. Like, if someone just gave you a debit card with unlimited funds, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because, like, what? Now you have to pay it off.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Shopping, I feel like just because I was just talking about like my room, I would get like all of the things I would want for my room. Not extravagant, but I wouldn't have to worry of like, oh, I really like this couch. Let me check the price tag. I'd be like, I really like this couch. Let's buy 12. Like,
let's buy 12.
Yeah, I love shopping. I would just go like clothes shopping and house shopping.
Yeah.
Or even like, actually, I don't know. Part of me is like, do I just like fuck it all and buy like a nice like one of those like trucks that I can put a tent on the top and like be able to just like take the dogs
a good one.
And go.
Yeah.
I think I might not. I think I'm gonna change my answer.
I think you swayed me because I was also thinking like house stuff. Like, yeah, I'd get like all new flooring done and like not have to worry about it. But like having a brand new vehicle that I don't have to pay a loan for and like one that is like all decked out.
Yeah, with everything you need.
Everything I need.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's good.
That's what's happening.
Yep. We're gonna keep this three number thing going. What are 3 things you love about yourself?
Oh wow. Physically, I do love my eyes. I think that they're pretty.
They are. And
sometimes I just like looking at them really close in the mirror and I'm like, whoa, there's so much going on in there.
It's so relatable.
Personality-wise, I like that I don't feel the need to like be the loudest in the room. I kind of like that like if someone wants to engage with me, like I'll engage, but I'm also just content to just be around, like hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
I like how much I care about people. I think sometimes it's like I get annoyed with myself about it, especially when I get like really emotional and I'm like, bah! Why do you care? But I think it's a superpower in a way too.
Definitely.
All right, your turn.
Yeah, I do really like my eyes. And I feel like when you first look at them, they just like look brown. But I think once you get to like know me and see them like in different settings, they look different, and I like that. I think I'm a pretty like loyal person, and it's like something that's super important to me. It's an important quality for me that like I think other people are loyal, so I like just really appreciate that. But I think that I love that about myself, that I'm pretty like loyal to the people that are like in my life and in my space. I love my tattoos.
Yeah, I like them too.
I love it.
It's so good.
I like can't stop looking at it. At the restaurant that I work at, there's like this clear kind of like plexiglass behind the grill. Like you can sit like facing the grill, like you can see kind of what's going on in the kitchen. And obviously standing behind there, there's a little bit of a reflection. And people will be talking to me, and
just
not
watching.
customers, other like coworkers, and I'm literally just like in the plexiglass, like going like this, and they'll be like, "Yo, Ellie, like, go do something," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
So I'm just obsessed. Is there like a thing over it, like a bandage thing?
Yeah, it's like a second skin thing. I have to keep it on for a few days.
Okay. Because I was going to ask what you're like putting on it to keep it healthy.
Yeah, I'll keep this on for a few days while it like heals a little bit. And then that's kind of why it looks like the ink looks like spread out everywhere. I have that like lotion stuff that I'll put on it once it's done. I love that. I also can agree to all of the things that you love about yourself. I meant to say that. I love your eyes. I definitely love that about you, is like you don't, we joke about it that you don't like tell people everything. You don't need to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
But you are like the queen of creating space for other people. Like you like kind of like pass the mic. You don't need to be like in front of the mic all the time, which is crazy that I just said that considering this. But you know what I mean? Like it's
Thanks.
like in a social setting, you're like, hey, hey everybody, and then that's it. This is my friend.
Right, they're gonna talk now. Oh, I'm glad you noticed that. To finish us off, what is your most important core value?
Ooh, I think loyalty. Like I think to me, it encompasses everything, like respect and love and all of these things. But I feel like when you are like loyal to people, you want to do right by them. You want to communicate. You want to be respectful. I think it leaves room for like mistakes, like people mess up or whatever, but it always is like, no, like I'm loyal to that person. Like those are my people, you know? So I think I think that's mine for sure.
That's a good one.
What about you?
Well,
it's hard.
When I asked this in my mind, I was thinking like core value, I guess, isn't what I had it interpreted.
Oh.
Like the first thing I had interpreted was like maybe more of a mantra right now, which is like, how is this bringing value to my life? And it's hard because I'm really trying to ask myself those things. And not everything is going to be like, I'm going to see the obvious benefit. Like a lot of the things that have brought a lot of value into my life have been not things that I thought were valuable in the moment. But I think sometimes it's like with my time, with like people I'm making time for, or like plans. Learning how to say no has always been really hard for me. And recently I feel like I am like I can make something work. For example, the couch that I wanted to get us like pick up for us. I was like, I could make my day very stressful and figure this out and make this a thing. And then I was like, or I cannot. Like, I'm the one that's inflicting this on myself. And so I'm just going to ask if they can do it on Monday. And if they can't do it on Monday, then it's not meant to be. Because this is not, like, adding anything good to my life right now. And it's not necessarily going away. But that's just, like, an example, I think, of something that
I like that.
I'm trying to live by at the moment.
That's a good one. I don't know, like, if I have, like, a mantra right now. But I like that.
Thanks.
Well,
yours is. I'm already peeking, and now this is really good.
Let me just finish this last little bit, and I'll be ready to share. We've like obviously talked, but we haven't had like I guess we have. Sometimes I'm just like, I want to know what's going on in your brain. What's happening up there? Same. Are you good?
I do. It's like when we were unemployed, we were checking in, talking, hanging out all the time. I was just talking about this the other day with Mr. Force of like, we had so much time together every day, all the time. Like we did our show every night. We had like, our schedules were aligned so we could like spend this time. And now it's like, I feel like I like see you in the morning and you're off to do something and I'm starting work and then maybe I'll see you again before you leave for work, and then I'm in sleep when you get back.
Yeah, you're in sleep.
I'm in sleep. I'm in the REM cycle.
Yeah, I know.
It's good that we have this.
Yeah, honestly. So I wanted to do something that, like, when I see it, it makes me think of our friendship. But I did think, like, I wanted to bring more qualities of, like, you in there. So this is mine.
It's so cute.
You guys can see it. So I did, like, little blue because the ocean, and then a bright background because I do think, like, your aura is, like, yellow, like the sun. And then flowers because we're cute, and, like, abstracty because, like you said, like, silly on your thing. I was like, wait, I love that. And then little hearts.
I love it.
And just very colorful because I feel like we're colorful. Mm-hmm. I'm these, like, little dark spots. Which adds to it. You can't. It would not be complete without the dark spots. I want to see yours.
Well, I'm really embarrassed.
What? Why? I love this activity. Yesterday when we were like, what did you say? You're like, Ellie's is going to be great and mine's going to be bad or something. You said it so funny, and that really fucked it up. But anyway.
I was getting really abstract with it. We have some tulips, but they're going a bunch of different directions.
I love that.
We have a sun that's outlined. I was just, like, trying to use alt paint in my thing.
Same.
And, like, I kept, like, rotating it. So, like, there's, like, stalk going up, like, one way, and then, like, a tree coming out another way, and clouds going in different directions. And then I was like, what should I do in this space? I heart you.
Wait, that's adorable. I love
that we both had a flower theme. Oh, and these are, like, they're flowers, but they're also ladybugs. I
love a cross flower ladybug. They're my favorite animal flower. Like, I think I might get that tattoo. I would like a flower ladybug.
A ladybug in the middle of the flower.
Yay! Well, that's yours. Thanks, and I want this one. Oh, thanks, guys, for following along.
Thanks for coming to our paint and chat sesh and hearing more about our lives and what we're thinking and feeling right now.
Yeah.
It's good to have a check-in with your friends. It's a fun activity. And when you're not recording yourself, you can take as long as you want.
Yeah, there's no time limit.
Maybe move around, get some inspo. But this is fun. I would recommend.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enjoy your December, last month of the year. Have a good time. Have a good holiday. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.